American Idol is an American singing competition series created by Simon Fuller and produced by 19 Entertainment, and is distributed by Fremantle Media North America. It began airing on Fox on June 11, 2002, as an addition to the Idols format based on the British series Pop Idol, and has since become one of the most successful shows in the history of American television. The concept of the series is to find new solo recording artists, with the winner being determined by the viewers in America. Winners chosen by viewers through telephone, internet, and SMS text voting were Kelly Clarkson, Ruben Studdard, Fantasia Barrino, Carrie Underwood, Taylor Hicks, Jordan Sparks, David Cook, Chris Allen, Lee Juiza, Scotty McCreery, Philip Phillips, Candice Glover, Caleb Johnson, and Nick Frediani. American Idol employs a panel of judges who critique the contestants' performances. The original judges were record producer and music manager Randy Jackson, pop singer and choreographer Paula Abdul, and music executive and manager Simon Cowell. The judging panel for the most recent season consisted of country singer Keith Urban, singer and actress Jennifer Lopez, and jazz singer Harry Connick, Jr. The show was originally hosted by radio personality Ryan Seacrest and comedian Brian Dunkelman, with Seacrest continuing on for the rest of the seasons. The success of American Idol has been described as unparalleled in broadcasting history. The series was also said by a rival TV executive to be the most impactful show in the history of television. It has become a recognized springboard for launching the career of many artists as bona fide stars. According to Billboard magazine, in its first 10 years, Idol has spawned 345 Billboard chart toppers and a platoon of pop idols, including Kelly Clarkson, Carrie Underwood, Daughtry, Fantasia, Ruben Studdard, Jennifer Hudson, Kley Aiken, Adam Lambert and Jordan Sparks, while remaining a TV ratings juggernaut for an unprecedented 8 consecutive years. From the 2003-04 television season through the 2010-11 season, either its performance or results show had been ranked number 1 in U.S. television ratings. The popularity of American Idol, however, declined, and on May 11, 2015, Fox announced that the series would conclude its run in its 15th season. History. American Idol was based on the British show Pop Idol created by Simon Fuller, which was in turn inspired by the New Zealand television singing competition Pop Stars. Television producer Nigel Lithgow saw it in Australia and helped bring it over to Britain. Fuller was inspired by the idea from Pop Stars of employing a panel of judges to select singers in audition. He then added other elements, such as telephone voting by the viewing public, the drama of backstories and real-life soap opera unfolding in real time. The show debuted in 2001 in Britain with Lithgow as showrunner, the executive producer and production leader, and Simon Cowell as one of the judges, and was a big success with the viewing public. In 2001, Fuller, Cowell, and TV producer Simon Jones attempted to sell the Pop Idol format to the United States, but the idea was met with poor response from United States television networks. However, Rupert Murdoch, head of Fox's parent company, was persuaded to buy the show by his daughter Elizabeth, who was a fan of the British show. The show was renamed American Idol: The Search for a Superstar and debuted in the summer of 2002. Cowell was initially offered the job as showrunner but refused. Lithgow then took over that position. Much to Cowell's surprise, it became one of the hit shows for the summer that year. The show, with the personal engagement of the viewers with the contestants through voting, and the presence of the acid-tongued Cowell as a judge, grew into a phenomenon. By 2004, it had become the most watched show in the U.S., a position it then held on for 7 consecutive seasons. Judges and hosts. judges. The show had originally planned on having 4 judges following the Pop Idol format. However, only 3 judges had been found by the time of the audition round in the first season, namely Randy Jackson, Paula Abdul and Simon Cowell. A 4th judge, radio DJ Stryker, was originally chosen but he dropped out citing image concerns. In the second season, New York radio personality Angie Martinez had been hired as a 4th judge but withdrew only after a few days of auditions due to not being comfortable with giving out criticism. The show decided to continue with the 3 judges format until season 8. All 3 original judges stayed on the judging panel for 8 seasons. In season 8, Latin Grammy Award-nominated singer-songwriter and record producer Cara DioGuardi was added as a 4th judge. She stayed for 2 seasons and left the show before season 10. Paula Abdul left the show before season 9 after failing to agree terms with the show producers. Emmy Award-winning talk show host Ellen DeGeneres replaced Paula Abdul for that season, but left after just 1 season. On January 11, 2010, Simon Cowell announced that he was leaving the show to pursue introducing the American version of his show The X Factor to the USA for 2011. Jennifer Lopez and Steven Tyler joined the judging panel in season 10, but both left after 2 seasons. They were replaced by 3 new judges, Mariah Carey, Nicki Minaj and Keith Urban, who joined Randy Jackson in season 12. However, both Carey and Minaj left after 1 season, and Randy Jackson also announced that he would depart the show after 12 seasons as a judge but would return as a mentor. Urban is the only judge from season 12 to return in season 13. He was joined by previous judge Jennifer Lopez and former mentor Harry Connick, Jr. Lopez, Urban and Connick, Jr. all returned as judges for the show's 14th season. Guest judges may occasionally be introduced. In season 2, guest judges such as Lionel Richie and Robin Gibb were used, and in season 3 Donna Summer, Quentin Tarantino and some of the mentors also joined as judges to critique the performances in the final rounds. Guest judges were used in the audition rounds for seasons 4, 6, 9, and 14 such as Gene Simmons and LL Cool J in season 4, Jewel and Olivia Newton-John in season 6, Shania Twain in season 8, Neil Patrick Harris and Katy Perry in season 9, and season 8 runner-up, Adam Lambert, in season 14. Hosts. The first season was co-hosted by Ryan Seacrest and Brian Dunkelman. Dunkelman quit thereafter, making Seacrest the sole MC of the show starting with season 2. In-house mentors beginning in the 10th season. Permanent mentors were brought in during the live shows to help guide the contestants with their song choice and performance. Jimmy Iovine was the mentor in the 10th through 12th seasons. Former judge Randy Jackson was the mentor for the 13th season and Scott Borchetta was the mentor for the 14th season. The mentors regularly bring in guest mentors to aid them, including Akon, Alicia Keys, Lady Gaga, and current judge Harry Connick, Jr. Selection process. In a series of steps, the show selects the eventual winner out of many tens of thousands of contestants. Contestant eligibility. The eligible age range for contestants is currently 15 to 28 years old. The initial age limit was 16 to 24 in the first 3 seasons, but the upper limit was raised to 28 in season 4, and the lower limit was reduced to 15 in season 10. The contestants must be legal U.S. residents, cannot have advanced to particular stages of the competition in previous seasons, and must not hold any current recording or talent representation contract by the semi-final stage. Initial auditions. Contestants go through at least 3 sets of cuts. The first is a brief audition with a few other contestants in front of selectors, which may include one of the show's producers. Although auditions can exceed 10,000 in each city, only a few hundred of these make it past the preliminary round of auditions. Successful contestants then sing in front of producers, where more may be cut. Only then can they proceed to audition in front of the judges, which is the only audition stage shown on television. Those selected by the judges are sent to Hollywood. Between 10 to 60 people in each city may make it to Hollywood. Hollywood Week and Las Vegas round. Once in Hollywood, the contestants perform individually or in groups in a series of rounds. Until season 10, there were usually 3 rounds of eliminations in Hollywood. In the first round, the contestants emerged in groups, but performed individually. For the next round, the contestants put themselves in small groups and perform a song together. In the final round, the contestants perform solo with a song of their choice, a cappella or accompanied by a band, depending on the season. In seasons 2 and 3, contestants were also asked to write original lyrics or melody in an additional round after the first round. In season 7, the group round was eliminated and contestants may, after a first solo performance and on judges' approval, skip a second solo round and move directly to the final Hollywood round. In season 12, the executive producers split up the females and males and chose the members to form the groups in the group round. In seasons 10 and 11, a further round was added in Las Vegas, where the contestants perform in groups based on a theme, followed by one final solo round to determine the semi-finalists. At the end of this stage of the competition, 24 to 36 contestants are selected to move on to the semi-final stage. In season 12, the Las Vegas round became a sudden death round, where the judges had to choose 5 guys and 5 girls each night to make the top 20. In season 13, a new round called Hollywood or Home was added, where if the judges were uncertain about some contestants, those contestants were required to perform soon after landing in Los Angeles, and those who failed to impress were sent back home before they reached Hollywood. Audience voting from the semi-finals onwards. The fate of the contestants is decided by public vote. During the contestants' performance as well as the recap at the end, a toll-free telephone number for each contestant is displayed on the screen. For a 2-hour period after the episode ends in each U.S. time zone, viewers may call or send a text message to their preferred contestant's telephone number, and each call or text message is registered as a vote for that contestant. Viewers are allowed to vote as many times as they can within the 2-hour voting window. However, the show reserves the right to discard votes by power dialers. One or more of the least popular contestants may be eliminated in successive weeks until a winner emerges. Over 110 million votes were cast in the first season, and by season 10 the seasonal total had increased to nearly 750 million. Voting via text messaging was made available in the second season when AT&T Wireless joined as a sponsor of the show, and 7.5 million text messages were sent to American Idol that season. The number of text messages rapidly increased, reaching 178 million texts by season 8. Online voting was offered for the first time in season 10. The votes are counted and verified by telescoping. Semi-finals. In the first 3 seasons, the semi-finalists were split into different groups to perform individually in their respective night. In season 1, there were 3 groups of 10, with the top 3 contestants from each group making the finals. In seasons 2 and 3, there were 4 groups of 8, and the top 2 of each selected. These seasons also featured a wildcard round, where contestants who failed to qualify were given another chance. In season 1, only one wildcard contestant was chosen by the judges, giving a total of 10 finalists. In seasons 2 and 3, each of the 3 judges championed one contestant, with the public advancing a 4th into the finals, making 12 finalists in all. From seasons 4 to 7 and 9, the 24 semi-finalists were divided by gender in order to ensure an equal gender division in the top 12. The men and women sang separately on consecutive nights. and the bottom 2 in each groups were eliminated each week until only 6 of each remained to form the top 12. The wildcard round returned in Season 8, wherein there were 3 groups of 12, with 3 contestants moving forward: the highest male, the highest female, and the next highest placed singer for each night, and 4 wildcards were chosen by the judges to produce a final 13. Starting Season 10, the girls and boys perform on separate nights. In Seasons 10 and 11, 5 of each gender were chosen, and 3 wildcards were chosen by the judges to form a final 13. In Season 12, the top 20 semi-finalists were split into gender groups, with 5 of each gender advancing to form the final 10. In Season 13, there were 30 semi-finalists, but only 20 semi-finalists were chosen by the judges to perform on the live shows, with 5 in each gender and 3 wildcards chosen by the judges composing the final 13. Finals. The finals are broadcast in prime time from CBS Television City in Los Angeles, in front of a live studio audience. The finals lasted 8 weeks in Season 1, 11 weeks in subsequent seasons until Seasons 10 and 11, which lasted 12 weeks except for Season 12, which lasted 10 weeks, and Season 13, which lasted for 13 weeks. Each finalist performs songs based on a weekly theme, which may be a musical genre such as Motown, disco, or big band. Songs by artists such as Michael Jackson, Elvis Presley, or the Beatles, or more general themes such as Billboard #1 hits or songs from the contestant's year of birth. Contestants usually work with a celebrity mentor related to the theme. In Season 10, Jimmy Iovine was brought in as a mentor for the season. Initially the contestants sing 1 song each week, but this is increased to 2 songs from top 4 or 5 onwards. Then 3 songs for the top 2 or 3. The most popular contestants are usually not revealed in the results show. Instead, typically the 3 contestants who received the lowest number of votes are called to the center of the stage. One of these 3 is usually sent to safety, however the 2 remaining are not necessarily the bottom 2. The contestant with the fewest votes is then revealed and eliminated from the competition. A montage of the eliminated contestants' time on the show is played and they give their final performance. However, in Season 6, during the series' first ever Idol Gives Back episode, no contestant was eliminated, but on the following week, 2 were sent home. Moreover, starting in Season 8, the judges may overturn viewers' decision with a judge's save, if they unanimously agree to. The save can only be used once, and only up through the top 5. In the 8th, 9th, 10th, and 14th seasons, a double elimination then took place in the week following the activation of the save. But in the 11th and 13th seasons, a regular single elimination took place. The save was not activated in the 12th season and consequently, a non-elimination took place in the week after its expiration, with the votes then carrying over into the following week. The fan save was introduced in the 14th season. During the finals, viewers are given a 5-minute window to vote for the contestants in danger of elimination by using their Twitter account to decide which contestant will move on to the next show. Starting with the top 8. Season finale. The finale is the 2-hour last episode of the season, culminating in revealing the winner. For Seasons 1, 3 through 6, and 14, it was broadcast from the Dolby Theatre, which has an audience capacity of approximately 3,400. The finale for Season 2 took place at the Gibson Amphitheatre, which has an audience capacity of over 6,000. In Seasons 7 through 13, the venue was at the Nokia Theatre, which holds an audience of over 7,000. Rewards for winner and finalists. The winner receives a record deal with a major label, which may be for up to 6 albums, and secures a management contract with American Idol-affiliated 19 Management, as well as various lucrative contracts. All winners prior to Season 9 reportedly earned at least $1 million in their first year as winner. All the runners-up of the first 10 seasons, as well as some of other finalists, have also received record deals with major labels. However, starting in Season 11, the runner-up may only be guaranteed a single-only deal. BMG, Sony and UMG had the right of first refusal to sign contestants for 3 months after the season's finale. Starting in the 14th season, the winner was signed with Big Machine Records. Prominent music mogul Clive Davis also produced some of the selected contestants' albums, such as Kelly Clarkson, Kley, Fantasia Barrino and Diana Dugamo. All top 10 finalists earn the privilege of going on a tour, where the participants may each earn a 6-figure sum.